Let's try right now, so. Okay. It's missing the race. Yeah, no, Div 1 is taking a divot because of the timing of all the Americas races. Because qualies happened. I feel like when F1 bypasses, we'll have the Div 1 guys going again.
Yeah, there'll be an America until Qatar.
Yeah. Well, we can also promote more and see if we can get more people into the league, so that would be good too if we got more people in. 3% rain chance, so I don't see any way that we're gonna get rain during the race. I honestly don't even need my control of this race, really, because there's only fucking 11 people right now.
You just gotta hope some people battle.
Olsender's taking his quali ban. Bard's also gonna take his quali ban, I would assume. Yeah, no rain from what I can see. Let's check Inter's poll. Inter's poll. Who's going
Flame
Inter's
is
poll?
going up.
Flame is it? Flame might be the only one to go Inter's poll.
Both Ferraris are out on softs.
Yeah. There's Joseph. So Flame will be the only one trying for Inter's poll right now. Very. Oh, ABJ's pulled out the Inters. Yeah. ABJ's pulled out the Inters. So there's two. Brimer on an outlet. We'll jump down to Gulihaz though. Gulihaz will start our first lap. He'll be our banker driver. Is a Div 2 driver. Had a little bit of a rough race earlier, but it's not the end of the world. Not much you can do about it. Down and around into turn one. He's got a park Dr. Comic in the way. Actually, this goes wide and hits the wall. I don't think it's really Doctor's fault there. Didn't look to be, but instead we'll jump on board with Savage. Savage will be the first one to set a lap. Bard takes his quali ban. And Savage has set a 26.7 split in the first sector. So far, so good. Oh, Savage bottled! Oh, Savage bottled. Driving to get out of the way.
Yeah, I mean, we might see some spins from Savage today.
This is where he DNF'd and lost his chances at championship hopes and winning it last season. So, a lack of confidence around here. Flame is going to be the one of two for Inter's pole. Might be the only one. Oh, he's DNF'd.
Oh, that puts mine master.
That invalidated,
At,
or that might have hurt Reimer's lap a little bit, it seems. Oh my god, ABJ might be the only one to go out on inters. It might just get a free point for McLaren here. Depends on when he finishes that lap. He's come out really, really late.
yeah, it's like a minute 30 left on the time, so
He's got to he's got to finish his lap before the 12-minute remaining mark.
Yeah, you're gonna be looking around about 1:35.
Reimer sets a 28.9, so that's about the time the Div 2 guys were setting. So if these are just banker laps, it's gonna ramp up quick. Doctor will be the next one to set a lap.
Yeah.
And Enzo is gonna join up.
My message just invalidates his lap.
He's on his out lap now.
Oh yeah, he is. Didn't even see that. I think he's seeing that he hasn't got enough time.
I don't see Enzo on, but he's gonna join. Doctor's coming up to the line. It's a 28.3, so immediately beating his teammate and the championship leader. ABJ's not gonna have enough time, so nobody gets Inter's pole. Wow. Yeah, so this Inter's pole lap for ABJ won't count since there is only 15 seconds remaining. He had to get it done before the 12-second mark, or the 12-minute mark. So no Inter's pole for anybody in Div 1, in which got a feel for Flame. Maybe just put it in the wall. Jeopardized his quali going for the extra point. But he will be the highest out of the quali band drivers, marking both of the Astons as of right now. Joseph Dunrod's on a lap. We'll stick with ABJ all the way through, see what he does on these inters. Although it won't really matter towards a lap, which he'll probably come talk to me about afterwards. A little bit of clipping on the wall. How quick is Joseph going?
He's coming up to. He's done a 3.5 per sector 2.
Huh. That might be really good. I'll hop on with him in a minute.
I'm on board with them right now.
ABJ up to the line, 35-0. Joseph Dunrod in the final chicane had a little bit of a moment, coming out and around through the long left-hander. Banker lap will be a 28.3, and I'll slot in right behind Doctor, just about under a 10th. Spicy will start his lap. Jump on board with Spicy. See what he's got going on. He's done at the end of the season for snowboarding. He'll be stepping away for that. He might come back not next season, but the season afterwards, to come back and race. Big snowboarder. And he wants to end it off strong. He had a very strong end to last season. Overall well-rounded driver. So when he comes back, I'm sure we'll see the same productivity from him. And Ben has started his lap too, so we'll jump on with Ben afterwards. So, Spicy. What can the American do? Pretty solid lap so far. I mean, I'm not even gonna lie, it's very, very solid. Got a lot of battery left, which may be a problem, but he's going to be able to deploy it all. It's a 104.0 or 8 in that second sector split. Burning everything all the way down this straight into the final chicane.
Ben sets a 4.8.
Ben's going a little bit slower. Spicy, the P3. Ben will probably go to P5. if what you said was proper. Squirrel starts his lap. Out and around. Ben does go to P5, and then we jump on with Squirrel. That's the button. Squirrel's had a quiet season. He will be going down to Division 2 next season, and we've had talks with him. I've asked him if it's okay, and he said yes, that he is 100% down. And with the lack of production in Div 1, he's had a couple of good races, so I wouldn't count him out too far. But Squirrel may be gonna test the waters in Division 2 next season. Out and around into turns 11 and 12. Out and around to turn 13, past where his teammate crashed. Over the bridge. I have a sideways camera angle for some reason. This game thinks it's aesthetic or something. There's that Rhymer ahead, or Doctor. That might be Doctor, getting out of the way.
Savage for the 3-7 is Sector 2.
Who?
Savage, but he had a lock up at the corner, so he lost the 10th. Look out.
Squirrel having a little bit of a moment. Out and around. It'll still be a solid lap. It'll go to P6. And
he had a bit of fun in there.
So Savage had an overall good first half of the lap, it seems. But he still manages P3, so a lot of time left on the table from what I'm hearing out of Savage. So it's doable. Savage, ooh, what are we doing? Blocked the fronts and nearly sent it into the wall. Wheel, the Div 2 driver. Where's he going to put his car after invalidating his first lap, wasting a set of softs? It'll be P8. Then we'll go down and catch on board with Mr. Rhymer, your championship leader at the moment. In P5 right now, having a little bit of a moment. He needs to do what his teammate's doing and beating Joseph if he wants to keep and potentially win this title and shut McLaren down of their first season without a title win in the drivers. Oh, and see you later, Thomas. I'll send you an invite.
The hell? Got disconnected?
Yeah. I don't know how, and you're spectating, mate. Rhymer out and around in the final chicane. He's very cautious, very careful. In through the final left-hander, all the way out and around. It's a 28-4. He'll go to P3. So, like I said, he needs to do what his teammate was doing. He's only about 0.2 off the pace. Speaking of his teammate, Mr. Pole Position is coming. He's improving. Could be in the 7s. It's an 8.19. So he does improve about a 10th worth of time. And it's going to put Joseph in a little bit of a scenario where he's got to push. But knowing Joseph Dunron, he's got the pace. He'll be able to challenge that. ABJ's on a lap. After that failed enters pole because he came out a little bit too late. He is now on slicks. His primary competition will be in Goulia's Squirrel and Squirrel. Those two, theoretical, both Division 2. Goulia's is a Division 2 driver. Squirrel will be Division 2 next season. And then he's got potential to fight Ben for P6. Ben, his strong suit comes in the race. He's more of a racehorse than a quali. So, yes, he is P6 right now, but he's definitely a threat, and he likes to do inverted strategies when it comes to racing. So if most guys are starting on mediums, Ben likes to start on the hards, and really, it works favors for him sometimes. Get and zone it in by...
Three. McLaren is coming up onto the final corner.
ABJ up to the line. It's going to be P6. So like I said, he's going to fight Ben. Ben is... You can't count him out. I don't think you can. Very strong beginning of the season for him. A little bit quieter right about now, but he hasn't been as active as Joseph. Like I said, we knew he was going to go quicker. And there it is.
And I've left it.
By about 0.5. And I'll send you another invite.
What's going on with my game today?
And Joseph passed his lap by about 5/10. So, like we said, we knew he was going to put some pace out there. There it is. And he'll have enough time to get back there. Endzone joins, so Endzone will get a free top 10 start if he gets a lap in. I think he can maybe barge his way into the top 5, knowing his pace.
Didn't even have any problems in Div 2 race.
Yeah, insane. As Spicy will be the next to go, he's warming up his tires. There's Thomas joining once again.
Blaming your Wi-Fi for this.
Wait, I'm on Ethernet.
Yeah, you're the one who's hosting.
Yeah, and nobody's had a problem in Div 2, so why would they have a problem in Div 1?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think we should take a little bit of accountability on your end. Anyways.
I've got... right next to me.
Spicy starts his lap. He is about a second off the pace. And he's got his teammate, actually. Will is giving him a great slipstream down this long straight. Pulls out of the way, so Spicy up a 10th in the first sector alone. That's an amazing slipstream, and that's going to carry him and help him flow through these next few corners, that momentum.
And I'm having the same problem Savage had in Silverstone. Every car doesn't have a nose.
Oh, brother. So now, out and around, Spicy really throwing his car around. He's got to get the pace down. If he wants to improve, he needs about a second if he wants pole. Pole is a very long shot. Joseph retires from the session.
I thought that was my Wi-Fi going again.
Nope. And it looks like Reimer's going to sit this one out too. I don't think he's going to want to improve. BJ Bottle win?
Jumbled.
Don't know. We'll figure it out. Spicy goes a little bit deep in the final chicane. He's got to abort the lap. Oh, wow. So, Spicy having a big lockup. Or, went very deep in the final chicane. He'll sit P5 as it stands. But his team principal will be the first to set their final lap. Reimer confidently sitting in P3. Spicy will sit P5. Joseph will sit P1. What can the team principal for Ferrari do and or say? And he's validated in the third corner. Down to Docta. Docta needs to find 5/10 to take pole from Joseph. Immediately on the power, immediately pushing everything he's got when he can. And he's down 2/10. Maybe on old softs, but he's down 2/10 in the first sector, so he's got to find 7/10 within the final 2 sectors, which is going to be very hard. He's gonna have to throw his car like crazy if he wants to find improvement. Oh, he's lost a lot of the rear, and I think that's just gonna be him calling it quits. He'll still obviously finish the lap, but I think it's well done, as he will be P2 as it stands. Will we see improvement from other drivers? Probably, but he's in the low 28s, so it'll be very hard to combat against. We'll check in with Squirrel after this Dr. Comic lap.
He's invalidated, Squirrel.
Oh no. So then Squirrel will finish P8. Endzone will probably jump them. Doctor out and around to the line. It'll only... Yeah, he almost clawed his way out. We'll check in with Ben. What can Ben Formula do? Is he up? And if so, how much? Not anything I know. Up to the line, and it will be an improvement, but it won't be enough. Savage, he wants to get into that front row. Endzone goes to P4. Savage will immediately respond. Where will it be? It'll be P2 Endzone or Savage to the front row. And that is quali.
He's probably happy with that for quali.
And very happy indeed. Joseph, front step, Savage, 3.5 tenths back, just being out Doctor. Doctor having a moment, nearly recovering and getting some time. And then it goes Doctor, Reimer, end zone, one shot quali up to P5, Spicy, ABJ, Ben, who had an unfortunate quali lap. And full senders checked out. Yeah, I told you it's going to be dry. 4% chance of rain. I'm telling you, they're always inverted. Midge, do I get money if I fire my driver? Yeah, it depends on how many races though. But it's already round 7. You might as well keep them to the end. Is there no Mercs or something? Yeah, Vaughn's like not always here. I mean, he's done like maybe one race, so you would get like 9/10 of your money back.
Oh.
Time to fire them all. Your Div 2 drivers show. Your Div 2 driver won a race today. Why would you fire your Div 2 driver that won? Laura doesn't even have a clue. Yeah, he literally won today by like 7 seconds. I mean, if you want to fire him, I'll gladly, like, shop him. Yeah, now all of a sudden you don't know. Now you're saying nah, as I told you the potential of your driver. He won his first race today. Come on, give him some respect. So it's
Wow.
looking to be a one-stop today. Mediums to hards or hards to medium.
Yeah, you can take the medium is about 14, 15 laps.
Yeah,
And then go the rest on the
and then the remaining 16 on the hards. And we'll get going in 1 minute because we have a smaller pack. I'm not worried about people starting it early. And we will have to invite full sender. He's actually just clocked out. Man, am I hungry. Thank God it's dry and it's not like as long as the Div 2 race. Fuck.
Yeah, that'll be over an hour long, I think.
Yeah. We're getting predictions that ABJ will DNF.
It's a high one. I'm sorry. Say about 43%.
You're saying 43%. I don't wish DNFs upon anybody. So I have no comments. And here we go. They're starting. If you finish, you get points. Because Full Sender is currently not here. So if you do finish the race, you will get points, no matter who you are, where you are, and how fucked your race is. Although you may not want 1 or 2 points, you might as well try. And we'll get Full Sender back in here. We'll try to at least. Bard and Flame touch cars, and Is that a
Look
Scouse
this way.
accent I hear?
Oh god.
They're on to you, Thomas.
I'm not from here, but I've lived here for most of my life, so I've picked up the accent.
So everybody is on medium, so it'll be an easy medium to hard one stop for everybody. The only thing that will throw people off is a safety car, or a virtual safety car, or damage. So, we'll have to wait and see. Question is, how will the Alpines attack and Savage attack Joseph Dunrod? Because Joseph is on a hot charge. He is catching Reimer astronomically quick in this drivers. With the past 2 races being wins. And I think he's got 3 on the season in Joseph. So, very, very high chances from what it seems to be in Joseph winning the race. His odds are a lot higher than most drivers. About a 50% chance coming into every week, if he's starting from anywhere in the top 5, that Joseph will win. And that's just how quick he is. I mean, it's hard to beat a driver of this caliber. So we will have to wait and see, as Savage and Doctor will jump ahead and get to that grid in order. Everybody warming their tires up. ABJ, Flame, Bard, and actually, that's a lie. There's a couple of people using traction control, more using no assists than everybody else.
Yeah, that's an attack.
We'll check that in a minute, as it's held everybody up. But besides the point, here we go, Division 1, Round 7 of RRL Season 5 Championship in Singapore. We have 4 or 5 red lights, and away we go, and it's a quick jump. And I think Savage has Joseph pretty caught off guard. Yeah, he does. Savage has him. Get down the inside. We'll check further back. Any commotion? Williams and Ferrari.
Oh.
Kick Saubers. End zone is fighting Savage. Spicy. And immediately off the rip. And Guile and Flame. So the only people using anything is ABJ and Guile using ABS and traction control. Speaking of Guiliaz, Flame has passed him. There's a big midfield jumble. Ben Formula getting absolutely passed by Flame. He had the crash and quali. He's immediately making up places, and look how quickly he is. Oh my god, Flame is having a brilliant open lap. On the inside of Spicy. Yeah. And he sent Spicy in the wall. Is that damage on Spicy? Yeah, it is. Spicy's got wing damage on the right side. And he's still ghosted, so everybody's going to take advantage of ghosting through him. And that's just well unfortunate for him. As Joseph...
I was on board with when he got the damage. Very unfortunate. I think he got squeezed, what?
No, Midge is,
squeezed out there.
Midge is American. Joseph Dunrod is 9/10 ahead of Savage. I mean, he is just so quick. Yeah, and he's already broken a second. Joseph's gone. Fastest lap. He went 1 whole second quicker than Savage that lap. Savage had an amazing start on Joseph, but just couldn't convert it into pace. Full Center's AI. And Spicy will struggle. Ben is struggling. Flame. Great spot. He's going to go chase down that McLaren. And ABJ up into P6. So far so good for most of these drivers. Everybody having DRS but Savage and Joseph. But this brings immediate pressure onto Savage, as having 2 Alpines immediately on your tail. Dr. Comic is not letting up easily. Dr. Comic wants to go chase Joseph. Midge is not Canadian, bro. Okay. Potential strategies. 1 stop for everybody. As here comes Bard. Bard's looking for a move on Squirrel. He's gonna get it done. Yeah, he does. Give Squirrel a light tap. I don't think Squirrel's really gonna like that. But Bard getting a move done on Squirrel.
Ooh.
Squirrel squeezed a little bit. Maybe a little bit more than he would have liked. And Bard will get a little bit of a... He'll get the move done in a dirty fashion, but nonetheless, it's a move. ABJ clipping the wall. Ooh, is that wing damage? Right.
The lead is now 2 seconds ahead.
And Joseph, I mean, he's just got pace for days. I mean, how are you gonna stop this guy? It's so hard.
Yeah, he won last week by about 10, 15 seconds.
Yeah, and I mean, there's not much you can do. Doctor, I for sure see him getting past Savage, or even challenging Savage here.
Yeah, he's got to go for it now.
But he's got no battery. That's the problem. Down the inside, how well is Savage gonna fight it? Savage is just gonna let it go. I mean, they didn't lose any time really. Not much. Bard getting past Gweel. Bard is just fighting back, Marcus. He got an illegal overtake, and then he's absolutely just dumped Gweel in the wall.
That's gonna be a ticket for sure.
Wheel not getting any damage though, so there's a trooper right there. But yeah, Bard just, although he's got the quality band, just pushing people out of the way. Not so clean. So 2 really rough moves on drivers nonetheless already. We got a big backed up train. Reimer is just reaching outside of that second. He's still just barely in it, but he's saving battery. He's doing very well battery-wise, Reimer. And Endzone may think he might have a jump, but Reimer's got 5% more battery than Endzone, so Reimer doing very well. And Doctor maybe wanting to just claw at Joseph, but Joseph is just going a second a lap quicker than everybody on track. And it's just not a competition. Bard has a 3-second gap to claw into. He will claw towards Spicy. Spicy has the wing damage, obviously. So it won't be very hard as Nocta sets to none down this entire straight. Has to save battery. Savage was a little bit too far behind to do anything about it. Rears.
Spicy did lose the
Is he out of DRS?
Yep.
Yeah, it's just barely.
He had no DRS.
That wing damage hurting, but he does gain through the corners. Even though he's got the damage, he does gain because of this train ahead. He'll gain a lot through this chicane section if he nails it for the most part with this wing damage. As you see, it was 1.2 coming in and out. He's about a second. He's just barely there. I don't think he's going to have enough. Yeah, and he's just going to fall flat. Savage, though, he's ever so slightly closer to Docta. And somebody's clipped the wall. No front wing damage from what I can see on my onboard. Savage is going to get past Docta. Docta is just going to sit behind, charge batteries. Savage, a little bit of a lockup. Docta looking for a move. This is bold. This is brave. And here comes Reimer. Brings Reimer into a position.
He's gonna.
Savage doesn't have DRS. And Savage has to submit to Reimer, and that's a double Alpine move. And Savage is... That's gotta be a hard one to take. And that is a well good overtake by those Alpine boys. I mean, if you need to work together, that is perfect. I don't think I've seen anything like that in a couple of rounds. Knocked off the track.
Ooh.
Maybe a warning there. But they are 6 seconds back on Joseph. This is cruel.
Dominance.
I mean, and it's like, what do you do? What is there to do against a guy who's this much quicker, right? You're in Division 1, you're in the quickest batch, right? Say you are Dr. Comic, Reimer, or Savage. You're some of the quickest guys in the league. But how are you supposed to compare to this guy, right? How do you even compare to a guy who is 6 seconds up the road and only 5 pushing 6 laps? What are you supposed to do? Right? So... That's really hard. And, I mean, Joseph is just an outstanding driver. ABJ, though, he's coming up towards the back of Endzone. Endzone may be struggling, yeah, struggling really hard on battery, really hard on pace. He's got DRS. But Flame is also here, too. ABJ may be feeling the pressure, maybe feeling the heat of this hot kick Sauber. Endzone is really struggling, though. He's just barely playing with that 1 second time gap. He will have DRS once again, as Reimer and gets back into the 1 second of Docta. Endzone is still just barely in. That's to none. ABJ may be in for a place here sooner or later, but he's got to watch out for Flame. Flame is definitely someone you need to watch out for, as Bard is 4 seconds back on Spicy. And Spicy holding up well with the swing damage. He's got wing damage on the right side, and it's not great, it's pretty bad. He's holding up well. Squirrel has wing damage too. It's not noticeable, like you can't really see it too well, but he's also right there with him as Enzo's retired.
He did the same thing I did earlier.
He's hit the wall. How's there no safety car? There's no
He's on a race.
There's no safety car. What the hell?
How is that a safety car?
And so, a few people saying, sorry, one person saying Endzone was going to win by a quarter milestone. I don't know if that's jinxed it. Endzone, first one out of the race, and just unfortunate. ABJ actually had to take avoiding action and got dropped. So that's gonna be annoying for him, as he's got maybe one of the a top 5 driver, top 7 driver in the league on his tail. XPG Flame was once very dominant in this league seasons ago. Took a break, came back, said, "Oh, this should be a cakewalk. I'm coming back. I used to dominate." Now he's shown that he's human. I mean, and now he's trying to figure out how Joseph has such a big advance as he tries to catch down old Division 1 driver ABJ. But ABJ charging through the entirety of Sector 2 as of right now. Not coming off that none. But they aren't really gaining any time. And it's come down to Joseph, who's ultimately in this position. It looks like he's gonna win. Oh, Flame! Flame's in the wall.
Oh, and the Ferrari gets more wing damage, I think.
And I think Flame's just gonna try and take himself out for some reason. Maybe tried to cause a safety car, but yeah, Spicy didn't get more damage. Flame is gonna come into the pits. He locked the rears and slid all the way up to the wall. Flame gets a 10-second. I think he's just gonna retire. I think that's it for him. Joseph is pushing all he can. And I mean, he's literally dumping his battery on the straights. Lap after lap after lap. As ABJ doesn't have to worry about Flame anymore. Now he's got to worry about Ben Formula. As Reimer gets past Docta. Reimer actually having a moment on the exit. And these two Alpines side by side. Let's see clean racing. These two have collided before in Austria. But now the gap going from 8 seconds to 10 seconds. And Docta and Reimer really starting to get into a place where the tires are going to start to go. Savage is doing a lot better than Docta tire-wise. 6% the difference. But this'll bring ABJ a little bit closer. He did gain about half a second, sorry, to the V-Carb driver. But Ben Formula is ultimately going to want to be the one to get ahead of ABJ and link everybody up. But as of right now, Ben not really having the battery to do so.
Looks like Squirrel on the field because he's got the fuel on his dashboard.
Yeah, it seems like he is braking a little bit earlier. He is sticking with Bard. He's just got straight DRS, and Bard is bringing them closer. He's gained about a second over the past couple of laps. So Squirrel may be just in behind. Yeah, Squirrel is lifting, coasting very hard, halfway down that front straight. And Cooley has pit, so going for a 2-stop. The TP for Ferrari, is that ideal? I'm not too sure. But he'll try for it.
It is possible, but it's not. Looking about losing 15 seconds doing a 2-stop.
That's what it seems that, like, the game has come to, right? Is that if you 2-stop, it's either gotta be on a track like Qatar
Austria or something.
or yeah, Austria. But it's 1-stops are still so dominant. It just depends on how long that pit lane is, right? Like if we go into a Mola next week, a Mola, yes, 1-stop is possible. But 2-stop was the primary selection. So it's going to be very interesting to see strategies next week at a track like Imola, and then into a track like Monza. Netherlands Zandvoort is normally just a 1-stop. It's not terrible, but there is a lot of safety cars from time to time. My shock right now is that Spicy in P7 is still keeping with this train of that ABJ leads with this wing damage. He's doing outstanding right now. His Flame gets past full set of AI. Flame not actually out of it. Out of the 10 seconds, yes. But he's still committing to it. As I think Docta has prioritized Reimer in this moment, because it is Reimer's championship right now. When we talk the World Drivers' Cup. And which Reimer is the lead car right now. Maybe Docta looking to defend from Savage, maybe save tires. Too sure, but them two working together fairly well. It's a 2-3, so they are gaining points on McLaren as we speak, with ABJ being in P5. But we will see Savage start to improve and do a lot better than these Alpines. A little bit down the line, he's better with the tire saving because these boys have been pushing. But the gap is 13 seconds to Joseph. I mean, it's just outstanding. The race is already done. It's just a fight for P2 at this rate between these three.
Joseph has not looked back from turn 1.
Yeah, I mean, and why would he need to? I mean, that first lap, he gapped a second, and then he never seen anybody ever again because he didn't have to give any DRS to anyone. Squirrel getting past Bard. Bard came into the pits, maybe cut the corner, the pit entry line a little bit, but not too worried about it. As these Alpine guys are working together fairly well. I mean, the battery is not in their favor compared to Savage. Savage, I mean, always about 80 to 100%. But
Savage is on. It's 76.
yeah, I mean, he's always sitting fairly well. He always gets to about 90, 100%, and then on the straights he dumps to about 70. So he's doing fairly well. Ben's getting really close to ABJ here. So is Spicy. Spicy's also getting really close to Ben. So these three, although they may be a little bit further back, it's still a very valued fight for the final top 5 position. ABJ's starting to struggle. But look at Squirrel. Squirrel's also kind of catching up here. ABJ maybe not going very quick, and Squirrel, who was a little bit further back, is gaining about a 2/10 a lap. So it's very doable. Squirrel brings himself back into maybe a top 5 fight towards the end of this race.
Doc says pit.
Docta into the pit very early. Baby trying for an undercut. And I would only assume Reimer would go the next lap, as Savage has been dropped from DRS on Reimer because of that. Savage really struggling, so I think the tire wear must be astronomically high for some of these drivers. It's getting to about the 50s, high 40s, low 50s. As Savage is completely dropped off by Reimer. Reimer is in his own league. Reimer was set the hot lap, so I can assume that Reimer will be going at the end of this lap, maybe. Spicy is so close to Ben, always. Oh, had a moment there, had to go wide. Maybe thought he was going to clip the corner.
We had 2 safety cars at this point in the race earlier.
Yeah, and I mean, absolutely insane how clean these guys are keeping it. Savage actually caught up to Reimer. Doesn't have DRS, but he's caught up completely. Maybe Reimer having a moment.
Oh,
But Flame's in the wall, in the same exact spot as last time. Is that a safety car? Yeah, it is. So Doctor getting shafted. Yeah, Flame crashing just before the bridge.
Joseph was lucky to get past the pit lane exit before the safety car.
And for somebody like Doctor, who just pitted in Guil getting a drive-through, Doctor literally just pitted. So it goes from an Alpine 2.3 to an Alpine 2.8. Unless Doctor can get out and around fairly quickly, but it doesn't look like he will. Maybe he'll get to about P4.
No, this will also cancel second lead.
It'll really hurt them. It looks like he's gonna come out P5, maybe just behind ABJ. It'll be very close. Did he get it? Has he got it? Doctor's got P5. How has he done that? So, Doctor barely nipping ahead of Ben. But look at this. Joseph is going to have the freest pit stop and the newest tires out of anybody. And he's already in the lead to begin with. Why do we need to give him the best tires? But there's nothing you can do about it. So Reimer will sit P2. Savage P3. ABJ P4. And Doctor P5. And Doctor not happy at all.
I think I brought this safety car up by saying should have had a safety car by now.
And you did jinx it, man. You did jinx it. Talking about the 2 safety cars about this point, and yeah, there you go. There's one. And Joseph will bring it into the pits. He'll go on to hards and stick it to the end. So this makes the one stop a lot easier. So curious here, how aggressive will Doctor be off the rip? The fact that he's lost these 2 positions due to safety car coming out. How aggressive and how quickly will he try to get ABJ? Because he needs to get past that McLaren when we're talking constructors.
Yeah, he'll have more warmer tires than the others. From having that coming in that lap earlier.
And it looks like he's just trying to keep his tires in the best spot they can be. His tire difference is going to be about 2 to 3% difference. As these tires will be warm, yeah. But we will see. And Joseph will see the first bit of other drivers on the track since the first lap. I mean, he hasn't seen anybody since. 14 laps later, and he'll have a bright pink Alpine on the back of his car. as we wait for Reimer to hit the back of Joseph. Everybody else files in. Spicy didn't change his wing, which was interesting. Will have a drive through, and then we wait for Bard to catch up. So everybody in the top 10. Everybody will score points. We knew that from the beginning, since Full Sender is disconnected. But quite curious, because Docta, his tires, he's been under the safety car, he's been handling them very well. His tire wear is not as high as I would have expected. He is trying to catch ABJ sleeping, maybe get the position for free. Will gets a 3-second under safety car, which is very interesting. And safety car will probably go in
This lap, hopefully.
yeah, I would assume this lap. Bard's gonna get there. And I'm gonna assume it's gonna go in at the end of this corner. Sometime down this mid straight. If it doesn't because of Full Sender, I'm gonna be quite intrigued. Yeah, it's not gonna go in.
Could be late.
So now it's a definite everybody's going to the end, right? This is just clarified what's happening, is that everybody will now go all the way into the end, 15 laps. Normally our tires go 16. Obviously you have a little bit of tire wear because, you know, you were doing these out laps, you were driving around, warming up your tires. As Joseph getting real close to the safety car, nearly going around it. Don't want to do that because you'll disqualify yourself. And Wheel gets a 10-second for Squirrel.
He's also got to drive through the Ferrari.
And we will go in this lap. I'm curious to see how this unfolds. The closest anybody's ever been to Joseph since the first lap. Since Savage had a brilliant start. I mean, I thought Savage was going to go for it into turn 1. And here he goes. He's got 8-10 scap on Reimer, but obviously it'll shrink as we come out of the chicane here. When will Joseph go? And he's about to go any second now. He's set to medium and he's gone now. Immediately on the gas. doesn't really catch Reimer too off guard. He's immediately going to go high line, try and break Slipstream, but Reimer doesn't seem to be too phased about it. And as we follow behind, Ben was the only one who really was found napping at the wheel. Has about the biggest gap on track. Reimer is already 8/10ths back. Savage is 8/10ths back. And ABJ hot on Savage as well as Docta right on the back of ABJ too. Is ABJ going to go for a move? No, he'll just think better of it. Oh, Ben and Spicy maybe get into a little bit of a collision there. Around the outside, Spicy not having that wing fully intact. Gets it done, and Reimer's been dropped by Joseph. And I mean, that's if Reimer is getting dropped, that just shows the pace. I mean, it's immaculate. So, Savage is starting to struggle immediately. ABJ is struggling too. As Will got passed by Full Sender's AI. How's that happen? Alright. Reimer stretching the gap to Savage. But Joseph, I mean, hey, it's already said and done. Savage is about 9/10ths. He's going to be under some pressure from ABJ and Docta here. But ABJ under immense pressure from Docta. That's why he's so close to Savage. Watching as that McLaren fell a little bit further back. Docta, he might go for something on this lap. He's very, very close. ABJ fell a little bit further back than maybe what he would have liked as Guil pits. Not too sure as of why. Maybe damage. And the comic having a little bit of a moment, falling a little bit far behind. And Reimer will stay caught by Savage and is about 2.5 behind Joseph. So Joseph very clearly saying that this win is his. That's for sure. And Docta's all over the back of ABJ. ABJ's going to feel the pressure. He's got the red arrows. He's going to feel the flame of this Alpine driver on his rear. Docta touch of the wall just a little bit. No wing damage. But it is definitely some immense pressure to have a guy of that caliber on your rear end. As he keeps within DRS of Savage. So no worries for ABJ as of right now. Spicy has caught back up into the DRS of Docta with that front wing damage, so he will be a little bit quicker. The tire wear will be a lot lower, so maybe the front wing damage doing him a little bit of justice. Not too sure, as Squirrel is maybe going to be under attack from Bard pretty soon here. Bard very aggressive this race so far, and Reimer is 4 seconds back. Joseph went about 2 seconds quicker than Reimer on that last lap alone. I mean, and his fastest lap is about a second quicker than Reimer's, which is barely right behind the second quickest overall lap. Docta gets a 3 second. That's gonna hurt him. Docta's not going to be too happy about that, obviously, because he wants to get ahead of these guys and move further up. ABJ a little bit of a tap, but really starting to struggle, really not wanting to be in this train. As his teammate leads it, and which is best case scenario, but he wants to get further up, he wants to get ahead of this McLaren and potentially Savage. As Spicy looking for a move on Docta, nearly getting down the inside there, but Docta will stand. Savage might go for a move here. He's got the battery, he's got the DRS. Reimer dumping a lot more though. Put a lot more into it. Stay ahead. Bard finally getting past Squirrel. Having that pace to do so. Squirrel with better tires though. Joseph is at 5.5. Ooh, Squirrel Had a little moment on the exit. Spicy looking for a move on Doctor. Is Doctor gonna fight all the way through? No, he's not. Spicy with this wing damage. Really outstanding. Goes wide on the exit, Doctor. Maybe looking for a switchback. Spicy locks the rears, and that's gonna be a cost of time. But Spicy keeps in the DRS and will move forward. So really surprising here from the Ferrari driver to be bringing out pace like this with this wing damage. Doctor's really starting to struggle here. Guys, Gully has pits again. What's going on down at Ferrari? What happened down there? He's just had a wing damage. ABJ 8.5 behind Savage. Spicy 7.5 behind ABJ. Doctor 6.5. Ben 5.5. Bard 5. Yeah, so literally just a chill fest right now. Everybody's doing their own thing. Spicy gets dropped actually. Doctor's gonna look for a move down into turn 1, and he'll have it complete. But DRS lost at the cost of them fighting. Spicy rear end, really loose there. And Doctor's gonna have to do everything he can to push to maybe get back into that DRS range. Spicy gonna look for a move. These two are gonna go side by side all the way down. This is great racing. Down, Doctor having the inside down, out and around. Doctor's gonna have it held off. Ben's gonna look for a move, maybe not getting the traction he needed. Doctor stays ahead, but the gap grows to 2.6. So not so conventional for the Alpine driver. Was maybe looking to hunt down the McLaren very early. ABJ sticking with this lead group though, doing what his team needs him to do. Bard's getting close to Ben though. I can see a move happening sometime soon. Squirrel's just sitting prettily behind. Got nothing more to do. I mean, Squirrel has benefited off of just staying out of collisions and problems here.
But he does have that 10 seconds.
Squirrel to have a 10-second. Oh, he does. What? I didn't even see that. Joseph 7.5 ahead of Reimer. Doctor really struggling. Not having DRS has fallen very far behind. No signs of slowing down from Reimer though. Doctor seems to have held off Spicy for another DRS straight. Maybe a little bit of pace come out from the Alpine driver. Hits the wall though, no damage. ABJ is starting to fall further and further back. Battery might be an issue for him, as he's about 8/10 back, 7.5. Really starting to struggle, but he will catch through some of these slower corners where Savage has to slow for Reimer. Gap's about 8.5 now. ABJ starting to struggle, and maybe ABJ getting dropped will help Doctor get ever so closer to his teammate. Maybe that podium once again, as ABJ looks to recapitalize on a podium for the first time in a couple of months here in Division 1. This is about 7.5. Doctor about 3 seconds back. Really struggling here, the Alpine driver, as there's 9 laps to go, just started by Joseph. Joseph still about a second per lap quicker than Reimer and Savage.
His dominance needs to be studied.
Yeah, and I mean, there's nothing you can do. I mean, even if you take the man out and put him in last, he's still gonna fight through this field fairly quick. BJ is starting to struggle though. It's just the main guy to watch right now. There's nothing battle-wise happening on track. It's just kind of watching how ABJ performs through the corners. Actually, I spoke too soon. Spicy's going for a move on Doctor, so a little bit of a switcheroo here. And Spicy will jump ahead of Docta, maybe looking to pull them closer to that McLaren driver. Joseph left the session! Joseph left!
Oh.
And I've immediately invited him. He's had connection issues. Joseph's out. So that
And he left at the.
8.5
You left
second
at the
gap.
wrong.
That 8 seconds went to 7 seconds really quick, and Reimer's got a chance here. So I invited Joseph. Oh no. That's not something you
You
want
left
to.
at the wrong.
That's not something you want to see as the team principal down in fourth place. Sorry. And Reimer's cut down 2 seconds immediately off of that. And it's just go, go, go. I can only assume Savage is in the same position. Okay, I'm not going to fight you. Let's go get that guy. And the tires are starting to get really bad.
Try and close the gap up before he gets back in the session.
Maybe even get ahead of him if you can. Gap's gone down 4 seconds. Send him another invite. This is bad. And that's not something you want to see. Docta sat behind Spicy, nothing happening there. These two fighting for P5 right now. Docta's got the 3 seconds, so he will ultimately fall down to P8. Has no sign from Joseph. I've got the communicating with online services, so Joseph is trying to get back in. I can see that for sure. He's trying to get back in. It's trying to connect me and Joseph together. The gap is 3.5 seconds.
A word from pole for Mexico. Norris is on pole with the 2 Ferraris behind him.
Thomas has to spoil it. ABJ's been dropped. ABJ had a moment. ABJ had a big moment. He's got Spicy on his tail now. This is a top 4 battle now. This is a battle for 4th. ABJ's just absolutely lost it. And Reimer's about half a second back now. What's happened to Joseph? Could this be a surprise win for an Alpine or maybe even a V-Carb? The two boys, Reimer and Savage, they're good buddies.
Is Joseph back in the session or is he still out?
He's still not even here. But ABJ had a moment. This is bad for McLaren. Both of their drivers, one having connection issues, one having a moment to lose DRS, and now getting swarmed. Attacked.
Gonna see a new lead there.
Yeah, and Reimer's got DRS. Joseph has just joined. Joseph has just joined back, and he's just lost it. No DRS.
He's lucky he didn't lose time.
Yeah, he's lucky he's not out of DRS yet. When will he rejoin? I think he's just back now.
But he's out of that 1 second.
He's not quite back yet. He might have trouble taking over the car. His teammate ABJ is really catching now. And he's back. There he is. There's Joseph in the flesh, fully back, taking control of his car. ABJ's just under, just very close, but that gap is going to skyrocket, and ABJ so close is gonna be so far. Just a short amount of time. There's no stopping from Joseph. He's got 6 laps to go. There is no reason that team game should come into play if you are gonna try and get back for that win. Reimer P1, Savage P2. Two close friends as Will gets a 10 second, and ABJ is going to immediately start losing time here as this next lap comes abroad. He's already lost 2-3 tenths alone. I would see an immediate attack from Spicy or Doctor here coming into this lap. Spicy still having this win damage.
Joseph may be within a second.
Close.
He's got that second.
Oh, the rear end struggling might have just taken him out. Could be close. Very close.
He's within that second.
He doesn't have He lost the rear end in turn 2 and 3. And he didn't get it. Savage looking for a move on Reimer. Going around the outside. The long way hits Reimer a little bit. Has to forfeit the position. Joseph's here. Oh! ABJ had a moment! ABJ and Spicy had a moment! And Docta's through! ABJ lost 2 places in the span of 1 corner, and he's really struggling. Sliding. This could be an opportunity for Ben and Squirrel to get through.
I wonder if his tires are overheating.
Not sure. And now this comes down to Doctor pulling away and maybe gapping this 3-second, because that's what he needs. In order to keep this P4, that would be a miracle if he's able to do it. Oh, Squirrel's crashed! It's a safety car! That's best scenario for these Alpine guys.
And that also brings the Aston of Bard back in.
Oh no! Squirrel! I need to check on his stream. What's happened there?
Did he lose the back end after the exit?
I think he might have. They're staying out. Okay.
I would have came on
Yeah,
and got mediums.
Oh yeah, he just lost the back end.
That's very unfortunate for him.
He's not happy.
He was up for some decent points.
He's not happy at all.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel bad for the guy. Well, we'll have 3 laps of racing. No doubt at all we will see Joseph have to pick his way through this field, but how does this affect the Octa and his penalty long term? Because if he can jump Spicy and gap a second immediately, he could potentially get away with this P4. What is Doctor doing?
But will the safety car also help Joseph?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to come into consideration. Savage's front wing damage. I'm being told Savage has front wing damage. I don't see anything. I don't see anything off that V-carb. Did Squirrel...
His M plate is still on.
No, he's got everything on. It says he's got wing damage, though. Maybe just light damage, if anything.
It shouldn't affect his cornering.
He should be fine, but if anything, that helps Reimer. If Savage goes defensive, we will go in next lap safety car. So you'll have about 2 laps of racing here, one with DRS.
I wonder if one of the Athens comes in for a set of softs.
Yeah, Bard did come in for softs. Full Sender is not actually here, so he's gonna get disqualified. ABJ pits. Does Bard? Nope, Bard will go into the pits. So ABJ from P4 had a moment to P6, and now P7 will go out on softs, I presume. Let's see. That McLaren coming out. Doesn't cross the line, well done. And he comes out on mediums, actually. Very interesting. Coming out on mediums there. As AI of Full Sender gets past Bard, and will be lapped and behind ABJ.
All he's got to do is keep it clean, because he's on the best tyres, so he should get a good position. So he'll have more grip than the others.
And I think Spicy's, after this race, is done with the league. I think he's done. I'm not sure what's happened incident-wise. But I think he's... Someone there is definitely to blame. Spicy's not happy at all, not one bit. Safety car not going in this lap. ABJ just got a 10-second for hitting Guil. How's he? I think he might have brake checked the Ferrari.
Or you're trying to let the Ferrari pass.
Oh, that's bad. Spicy's into the pits. I think he's just going to retire. I don't think he wants to race anymore.
Oh.
What's happened here? Unreal.
Little hot-headed. Hotheads. Some of the people around it. On the racing track.
I think Wheel's trying to unlap himself.
Yeah.
What's happening here? What are you doing, Wheel? Oh,
I think he's trying to get himself unlapped.
Yeah, but he's got wing damage. I don't know what's happening here.
But the thing is, with Singapore, if you go off the track, you're gonna lose a lot of time.
I'm so confused on what Wheel's trying to do. This is probably toying with ABJ's head.
I think he's trying to glitch the game to let him stay ahead of the McLaren.
He's a lap down though. And he's just hit ABJ.
Oh. He's not gonna be happy with that.
Well, ABJ didn't get the penalty this time. It was Guil. Oh my god, I think he just tried to take ABJ out. Yeah, Guil. That's a big penalty. He's just hit Ben. Does Ben have damage off of that? I can't tell.
He's got his wing intact.
I'm trying to think about his end plate or his body. Safety car on this lap. We will only have 1 lap of DRS. 2 laps of racing. This is gonna be a shootout.
I think side pods are only effective on simulation damage. Not 100% sure.
I think you can get side pod damage.
Yeah, but it's a lot harder than on simulation.
Well, we will see. Reimer is your green man.
And he set off early.
He goes very early. I think might have. I don't know how that's worked in his favor. I don't know how he's done that. Oh, ABJ, or sorry, not ABJ, Savage having to slide. Joseph actually having to go wide to avoid action. And Docta's going to be under attack by Ben. Ben on these new softs. He will be looking to make places. Same with ABJ. Bard getting past Pole Sender. And Spicy wants to make places here. But it's a battle between the old tires for this top 4. Docta is obviously going to be under great attack from Ben.
If Ben can overtake Doctor, he could probably try and go for Joseph.
And maybe even the win. It's very... Oh, man. And I'm not sure what's happened there at all. That's hard.
I think
that's hard to tell.
It looks like Doctor squeezed Ben because he went for the dive bomb.
That's hard to tell. Well, now it's Joseph and then ABJ. But Reimer is 7/10 up. I think if Savage was any time to be an amazing friend and help his buddy win the World Drivers' Cup, or the championship, he's got to defend for Reimer against Joseph. ABJ does have that 10 seconds, so he will drop down to potentially last right about now. But it is down to Joseph. Joseph not having the battery that Savage does. There will only be this lap of DRS. Reimer is 7/10 ahead. Savage maybe using the gap. And Ben and Bard are going at it. Ben and Bard wheel banging. We know Bard's not the cleanest when it comes to side by side, and Ben loses out to Bard and Spicy. Spicy obviously going to see that. It's not going to help his claws any more than it already has. ABJ almost got dropped by Joseph. I think Bard might try and make a move on ABJ sooner or later. Joseph needs to make a move now if he wants to go and win. But Savage has the DRS, has the battery, so he's overall just better off than Joseph when it comes down this straight. Joseph, he's gonna have to sit behind. Savage having a moment. It's gonna go for a move. Oh, side by side, these two. What's the outcome gonna be? Inside for Savage, outside for Joseph. Savage.
He's gonna back out.
Yeah, Savage has to back out. That's an amazing move from Joseph there.
Yeah, Joseph can still win this race.
That's very possible. More DRS or battery for Joseph, and ABJ's at a moment. ABJ's on the wall. So not too sure what's happened there. Reimer's gonna have an immediate attack from Joseph come the end of this straight.
The Alpine's got more ERS.
I don't think it matters. The DRS in the straight line on Joseph is insane. Reimer, I think he's got a...
It's gonna be a squeeze.
Joseph,
Oh.
Joseph, has he done enough? No, he hasn't. Reimer, in a chance battle, beats out Joseph. He beats his rival up to the line. Reimer wins around Singapore. Joseph P3, Savage P... Joseph P2, Savage P3, Bard P4, Spicy P5, Ben, Doctor. And then ABJ.
There will be penalties coming, so let's hope doesn't affect the top runners.
And that will be an amazing race. In the last few laps there, obviously not the greatest. And a lot of people will not be happy.
Joseph will be not happy after the safety cars and getting disconnected.
Oh yeah, definitely. But not many penalties overall. We will see we will have seen a lot of a lot happening. Spicy's not happy at all.
Nope.
Come on, Wolfgang, an interview?
Yeah.
Oh, God, that was